today we have a special guest. I have a special guest here with me, Mr. Benjamin Pang, who has something pretty incredible that he's going to show us. But in case we're meeting for the first time, wherever maybe you're watching this on video, maybe you're listening to it on the actual podcast audio. If we're meeting for the first time, we're Beach Boss influencers, and we help network marketers make more money in less time, leveraging automation and social media. And today, we're going to be diving into how to automate your prospecting and maximize your enrollments. So, a little bit about me and kind of, I guess, to get this going. So, I used to grow my business old school, moved my business from an old school platform to online. And when I was building online, I was sending a lot of messages every single day. And one of the biggest things that was happening for me, and I don't know if you can relate to this, was that people were falling through the cracks, right? When you're sending 5, 10, 15, 20 messages a day, it doesn't take very many days before all of a sudden you have hundreds and hundreds of people that you're trying to keep track of. And it was more than one time where I either sent the wrong name to someone because it was like a copy and paste message that I was trying to do to save time, right? I was like, "Hey, Anna," and the Anna message went to Sarah, and all of a sudden it was like, "Oh my gosh, they just realized I copy and pasted that." Or even worse, I would like be messaging with someone, and someone might have even been interested, or I sent them information to check out because they wanted to join me. I would completely forget about them. And as I would go through my social media, months to a year later, maybe it's on their birthday, I would see that I completely forgot to follow up with that person or respond to a question that they had. And at that point, it's too late, right? So this is where we insert Ben. So Ben was working very closely with Brandy, who is another one of the beach bosses here. We call Ben one of our beach muscles because he really is like what keeps Beach Boss going and the heart functioning, right? That's what he does. And Brandy had been working close with Ben, and Brandy was having a lot of the same issues that I was when it came to prospecting and keeping track of people. And she was like, "Ben, I need you to build me something that will keep track of all these people and message them for me." Like, that was the biggest thing, was like way too much time was going in, way too much energy was being sucked talking to hundreds of people. She's all like, "Build me something that can fix it." And that's how LeadMagicX was born. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ben. And Ben, do you kind of want to go over some of these features that you can actually automate with LeadMagicX and how it's going to make their lives so much easier?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as Carrie mentioned, I think we all went through the phase where we are prospecting online. We are, messaging a lot of people, hundreds of them every single day, and trying to find that right person that is interested in our product or opportunity, right? When we start doing like hundreds a day, we start to lose track of them. Like we start to come across this person. Oh, the first name looks familiar, but then you forgot about what the conversation is about. And also, since we're doing a lot of them, we are in front of our computer a lot. And that's not really productive sometimes, right? Because we want to focus on, maybe training our team members on other activities that are more, higher value. So that's why we created LeadMagicX to automate some of the stuff that we are doing when we're prospecting. So I'm going to share my screen. And if you are listening on a podcast, then you can find the recording in the notes so that you can watch the video as well. Okay, so on the screen you will see LeadMagicX. It's basically a browser plugin. So similar to any other extensions that you install to your browser, it's just another extension. Now, the beauty of this is that once you install it, you can actually import all your contacts from Facebook, all your friends from Facebook, right? So I have like thousands of friends. Like on the screen here, I have actually 10,000 friends here. So I'm not going to add each contact into LeadMagicX one by one, right? And think about how you are tracking everyone before. So when you are talking to someone, maybe you are using some kind of notebook, maybe Google Sheet to track, okay, this person is and maybe interested in my product. So tomorrow I'm going to follow up with that person on the product. And then you have the second person. But imagine you start doing this for, thousands of people, like, because you're going to accumulate a list of people, right? Like 100 people today, and then 100 more tomorrow. And then a month from now, you're going to have a lot of people to keep track, and you're going to run out of paper if you're using a notebook, or you're going to have a a hard time to keep track of stuff in your, let's say, Google Sheet or Excel sheet, right? So with LeadMagics, once you import everyone, actually with the import, it's just a click of a button, right? So on the top right hand corner, we have this import for Facebook friends button. Once you click on it, it's gonna ask you like where you want to import your friends, and then once you hit save, basically it will open up a browser, and then it's gonna read all your friends from Facebook and then add to LeadMagics. So you just have to wait for the process to finish, and then you'll have all your friends in LeadMagics. And then you have like how many friends you have. Like let's say you have 5,000, 5,000 people is gonna show up in LeadMagics. Okay, so super simple to get started. And after that, like, how do you want to actually organize them? Because like not all your friends are interested in your product or opportunity, or maybe they're just like interested in the product and not the opportunity, right? So how can you separate them? Now you can go to the funnels tab, which you can create all these funnels. We call them funnels. It's really a way for you to organize people into different groups. So let's say I'm promoting a weight loss product, right? So these people should be weight loss, conscious, and then they want to learn more about it. I can create a funnel called weight loss group, and then I can add everyone to it. So in a funnel, there are different stages. So imagine you have like a group of people that are interested in your product, but then they are in different stages, awareness level, right? So some of them might be just a new contact. They just get to know you 2 days ago because you added them in a group, and then you can add them to a new lead stage. So we can have like multiple stages in a funnel. So the first stage usually is just a new lead, right? And then the second stage will be on the screen we have added to group. So let's say you come across someone and then you are running a weight loss group. You want to add that person to a group so you can move that person into the next stage. So basically you're moving these people from one stage to the other. So if you have been using Trello board or anything similar, basically it's a progression, right? So you want to move your context from the left to right. So what is the end goal for your prospecting? Maybe it's to sell them a product. So if you go to the right hand side, maybe it's product sold. So at the end of the funnel, the last stage in this funnel will be product sold. And then you can create any number of stages in between, like depends on how you run your business. But usually they start with as a new lead, and then they end as in the product sold stage. Okay, so in this case, what you can do is once you have a list of people in under new lead, right? So let's say you have 100 people, you just get to know them today, and then you want to send them a message. So normally, what would you do, right? So you would either open up your phone and try to copy and paste the same message, or you're typing it out, or you are on a computer and you're doing the same thing. But then you're spending maybe hours of time because you're keeping track of who they are. You're putting it into your spreadsheet, and then you're going to Messenger and typing the message out. It's gonna take you hours, right? So with LeadMagics, you can actually select. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna go into the same group. You can actually select everyone in the same stage and send them a message, an automated message. So what LeadMagics will do for you is it will basically go through the list and then send a slightly different message, depends on your message template. So we never want to copy and paste messages, right? We want to tailor it a little bit and have some variation, keep it fun, and keep it like human, right? Because if you keep sending the same message in Messenger, Facebook is going to realize and they're going to block you, right? So what you want to do is give some variation, which is what the message template here is allowing you to do. You can specify like 50 templates so that when you send to 100 people, it's going to randomly pick a template from the 50 templates, and then it will never be the same. Okay. And also, there is going to be a time gap in this automated message. So, of course, if you want to send to 100 people, we're not going to send out the message to 100 people at the same time because that's not humanly possible. Because what LeadMagics is doing is basically helping you to save time, but not really to act like a robot, right? So imagine a human, like you're gonna go in there, type out the message, and send it, and then after a minute or so, then you're gonna send the second one, right? Because you need time, between each person. So that's where the time gap comes in. So to mimic, you're typing in the message, you're waiting a little bit, and then Facebook also doesn't want you to send message too frequently, so it's important to have a time gap. So you can choose to be a minute, like each message is gonna be a minute apart, and then that's gonna mimic like how you normally would send message out. Okay, so once you hit the start button, right, you're just gonna basically sit back, and then LeadMagic is gonna go through the 100 contacts that you selected, right? And then one by one, it's going to send the message out. So if each message, takes a minute to send because there's a time gap, so you're going to come back after an hour and 40 minutes, right? And then all the messages are sent for you, right? So within this time, you can go like take care of your family, you can go wash dishes, like stuff that actually require you to be there instead of copy and pasting. Like you can call your teammates to train them, whatever you want to do, right? So you can focus your time on high value tasks, and then leave the copy, like leave the stuff that you do over and over again to LeadMagics, and let it automate for you so that it can save you time in your prospecting. So that's how we started the tool, because a lot of people, we actually build it for ourselves, and a lot of people come to us and say, can I get that from you, right? Our team, we offer it to our team, and then now we're offering it to any network marketers that are looking to automate prospecting and maximize your time, like do more with the same time. So that's a quick walkthrough of LeadMagics.
Yes, I love it. And
Mhm.
Brandy and I always used to joke. We used to say, like, I wish that I could clone myself. How many people out there, network marketers, especially moms, we say it all the time. We're like, I wish that there was two of me because there's so much that needs to get done. This is literally a way for you to clone yourself in Messenger
Yep.
and have these messages go while you're focusing on other areas of your business and other areas of your life. So, with that, if you want to get your hands on LeadMagics, you can go over to leadmagics.com. There's a free trial. From the free trial, you can upgrade depending on whatever package you want. And then there's also, what is that one, Ben?
So we're offering a limited time bonus as well. So if you
Yeah.
guys are signing up for the free trial, we're gonna give you a call with our rank up specialist on
Yes.
how to use our strategies to build your team faster. So I guess because the tool is just a tool, but what is the strategy behind? Like, how can you effectively,
Mhm.
add people, like group people together, and then send out messages, engage with them, like a human, even though you're using LeadMagics, how you can create a relationship and then recruit them into your team or actually sell them products. So, we're providing you with this bonus call so that you can get on with them to talk about it.
Perfect. I love
Mhm.
it. So head on over to leadmagics.com and sign up for the free trial. And then don't forget to schedule that bonus session as
Mhm.
well. And we'll see
Yeah.
you all in the next episode.
All right. Bye, guys.